Hi everybody, I'm Alison. I'm here with Jeff Played and Pitrelli. I'm so happy to be here.
So thank you for having us today.
You're welcome. We were just talking off camera about London. You asked if I liked London.
Well, how was it? What did you think?
I loved it. This is a dream come true for Savatage fans. I'm a lifelong fan. Yeah, London was amazing. I started up top and I made it to the front, and then I had to crowd surf during Waldemar King. So I had an amazing time.
So did we, by the way.
Yes.
So that leads to my first question. So being a dream come true for fans, it also is for you. I mean, this has been on the table for a long time. So can you put into words how it's been going so far for you guys?
Tremendous. I mean, we knew there's always been excitement about the band. There's always been questions. There's always been this, longing for the band to come back. Obviously, it's been a long time. It's been 23 years since we've done a proper tour. But when word was announced of us doing shows, all of a sudden these shows over here in Europe just started sounding like crazy. It took us by surprise. We knew they were there, but we didn't know they were going to come out in a force like this. But we've just had a tremendous relaunching. South America was fantastic, and now over here in Europe, 2 shows in Germany, both between 4,000 and 5,000 people. London, you were at the show.
Yes.
It was fantastic. Zurich was great. So it's been a long time coming, but we've been hearing it from the fans for a long time. We knew there was going to be excitement, but I think that the excitement that we're seeing is a little bit beyond our expectations. It's great.
That's amazing. So now you have done, as you mentioned, South America, you've had club shows and festivals. How do the club shows and the festivals compare?
To what?
To each other?
Our square footage don't change.
Well, their set list changes because you can play more in the
Well,
club.
we wanted to make sure that we change the set list every show we do open.
Yeah.
We have Jon and Criss Oliva and whoever else wrote some of these songs over the last 40 years now.
Yeah.
There's such a big catalog. We wanted to make sure that we went through as much of it as humanly possible and keep it at a very high level. You know what I mean? So when we're in a room, a venue, and there's 4,000 people jammed up, that's an immediate excitement that's like right in front of you. When you're playing, I don't know how many people are going to be here today. Different level of excitement. I mean, it's like a sea of people. But for us, to be honest with you, we have in-ears on. The stage is very similar.
Yeah.
And our job is to make sure that we present this material and these songs in the best manner possible. So I'm not really paying that much attention to the audience all night. I mean, you can't help it on occasion.
Yeah.
But our job is to dig in and crush it. And then every so often I'll look and go, oh, they really like this. Because we worked really hard to make this a better band than it was decades ago.
In my mind, I've been telling people for the last 23 years about Savatage. Every show, you guys know, here's a handful of Savatage fans at the TSO show. And then I'm always telling people, they're a metal band from Tampa. But now I feel like you have brought the TSO back to Savatage. So if you compare your shows from 23 years ago to now, what from your TSO experiences as far as the lights and the stage and the sound have you brought to Savatage that you never had before?
I guess we're 23 years older and wiser is a big part of it. I mean, we've learned a lot with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra as far as how to present a show like that, how to prepare for a show like that. Al was talking about digging in and preparing for this tour here. We came over here, we were without Jon. Jon gave us his blessing to do this, but how do we take this, us 5 guys, take this lineup and enhance what we've got and make it as good as possible? It's taken a lot of work. We've got 2 keyboard players that sing really well, play really well. Let's take all these tools that we have and really make the best of it and try to highlight some of the really important things in this music. But the Trans-Siberian Orchestra is an animal all into itself. It's so busy, it is so regimented, our rehearsals are very intense. When we came into this situation, our musical director right here, he had a plan, and we went to work. We really deconstructed basically every song, relearned every song from scratch. I mean, I was playing the chorus and sirens wrong for 30 years, and now I'm like, okay, that sounds right. It never sounded wrong, but now I'm really doing it properly. But this is what we did just to prepare for this, and with the weight, with the anticipation, and with who we become as musicians, we knew with the proper work we could really get on stage and take it to the fans, and they seem to love it.
Definitely. Now, how did you find the 2 keyboard players?
That was Art Rock was one of them, and Carl And we spent, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 lessons together over the course of a year or two. And randomly, he sent me a video of him playing guitar, bass, drums, keyboards, and singing gutter ballet.
Oh my gosh.
Because his father's favorite band in the world was Savatage. And he started playing guitar because of the likes of Criss Oliva, myself, Chris Cafferty, like that generation guitar player.
Yeah.
And he sent to me like, dude, that's awesome. I didn't know you could sing. I didn't know you could play piano. That's 2 years ago. Last year we started having a conversation about doing dates when you keyboard players can sing. Got one guy, and I think I sent it to you first.
Yeah, what do you think of this guy?
And then I sent it to Jon Oliva. And so I think we auditioned 6, 7, 8 people, but hands down, these two were far beyond exactly what we needed to do because they're young, they're excited, and it's a dream come true for Sean because he's walking around and he ran into Rob Halford one night, he ran into Rudolph Schenken the other night. He's on the same bill as his hero, Steve Vai and Joe Satriani today. Yeah. So he's just like a kid in the candy. So one of his favorite bands ever was Queensryche, and we played a bunch of the Monsters Rock Festivals down in South America. So he is completely just beside himself happy. And when you watch him, you're gonna realize that. He brought a youthful exuberance to us.
Yeah. They both do. Like I kind of thought maybe they knew each other somehow. They were like everything.
You develop a really tight relationship really quick. When you're working 250 hours to learn an hour and a half set, you bond real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. And they both came to the table. We're just so happy with both of them.
Definitely. Now we've mentioned Jon, of course. So how did it come about with him participating in Belief? On the video screen, you came up with that idea.
I'm not really sure where the idea came from, but we certainly wanted to bring him with us in some capacity. So physically, he was unable to make the trip this year. Hopefully next year, we're hoping that he can do it again with him. But we thought if we're going to do one of the most popular songs Savatage has ever recorded is Believe. And I don't recall if it was our managing team or some of the guys in the band, if it was Brian Buckley or LD, who said, we do have access to video screens. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have Jon with us on that song? Just do what with Zach. Do something special for the folks in the audience. And it really is an emotional moment in the show, which I'm sure you're wondering.
Definitely, yeah. One of my comments is I've never seen someone grow and cry. I mean, it's just amazing, just the emotion. Savatage just being there again, but that song specifically.
It's emotional for Jon too.
Yeah.
I mean, I give him a ton of credit for realizing he couldn't do this, but then giving us the blessing.
Yeah.
Go ahead, guys. But Jon, when we did these rehearsals, Jon was there for every minute.
Yeah.
He helped pick every song. He was going through keyboard parts, vocal parts, yes, no, this, that, every other thing. But he was the man in the control room with the final say on everything.
Okay.
And it's amazing what him and his brother involved have created. This music has stood the test of time, and I think the main thing with that is it's very unique. There's no other band that sounds like Savatage.
There's not.
Even when they were a 4-piece metal band, they stood on their own. And this is kind of why this music has survived all this time. And now we're this legacy act that hasn't played in 23 years. We're like brand new all over again. So it's great to be able to just present this music. But Jon is always with us, whether he's on stage with us or not.
And we wanted everybody in the audience to know that, though.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit fraudulent, or a little arrogant of us to go out there and play these songs and not tip our hats to the men who created this and the guys who did for the jump. People said Jon's in there. Jon's not here. But we brought as much of him as we could this time. I think that folks in the audience appreciate that because there is a truth to what we're doing.
Definitely. And ideally, his health will get better. Do you have like a 10-year Savatage plan, right? Now this is just the start.
We're excited because we've done.
Ideally, his health gets better because his health gets better.
Yeah.
He's kind of banged up a little bit, and we want him to be healthy and live a long, long time. Now, if that means that he can join us on an airplane and come, do this next year, the year after, whatever, bonus.
Yeah.
But our love for him as a brother, we just want him to be okay for a while.
Exactly.
And we'd love to. Could you imagine the excitement if we announced that he's coming over with us?
I mean, it's hard to even imagine. The excitement is like insane right now. Just to add that level, it's hard to even imagine what that would be like.
We would love to. Can't promise you nothing, but that is certainly the plan.
Definitely. And then we mentioned Paul. I was wanting to know if you guys could say something to Paul right now. What would you say to him?
What do you think?
You're here.
Got another one in your boss?
Yeah. How'd we do? Listen, we ask ourselves this throughout the winter tour with TSO ever since Paul passed away. And we asked ourselves this many, many times in rehearsals in Tampa when we were first getting ready to go to South America. What would Paul do here? Everybody. we were trained by him musically as arrangers. The lighting team, the laser team, the video team. He had a very clear vision of how he wanted things done. I'd say we run 90% of doing it the way he would have done it.
Yeah.
But every so often we'll say, what would he do here? Something like left turn, air braiding, something strange. Something to keep everybody on their toes.
I love that.
As far as tenure, Al's the new guy. And he's been here 30 years.
That's pretty crazy.
So we've been playing Paul's music and John's music under Paul's direction for all this time. We know that we can and should do. But at the same time, he's taught us so much as far as how to present his music and the production, the live part of it, and everything. He's with. I mean, they're all with us. Jon,
Definitely,
Paul,
and
Criss.
they're fans also.
Absolutely.
We all feel that from the stage to the fans. Definitely.
Well, that's why we wanted to include not only Jon, but Criss Oliva. And the reaction, I wish if you believe in heaven and they're looking down on us, then they're smiling because these people love and miss them dearly. And like Jeff and I have said many, many times over the years, I'd rather miss somebody than to have never had them in my life.
Yep.
And I will miss Paul. I didn't know Criss Oliva that well. Kind of brothers by proxy now. But I will miss Paul. I'm sad and happy every day of my life since the time I did this.
I understand.
But what we do is represent him and pay tribute to him and his legacy. And watch these songs that people just love. So if you believe in heaven, he's going to live forever. I will work here in the hearts of the folks in the audience.
Definitely. I only met him once at the Bakken show. He gave me a guitar pick, and I only have one guitar pick framed on my wall in his house. All the rest are in other places.
Rightfully so.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate your time and anything else you would like to say to your fans.
Just thank you for having us back. Thank you for having an open mind and open heart. And I think we're going to really love this.
I know we're going to love it, and hopefully you go to the United States. That's, of course, what everybody's hoping and praying for.
Everybody's talking about one step at a time.
Exactly. And here we are today at Hellfest, and I can't wait to see the show. I will be in the photo pit and hopefully crowd surfing. So if you do look up, Al.
I try my best.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you, Al. Thank you.
Thank you.